Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. So yesterday, finally, let me give you the timeline. Beginning of lockdown, March 24th, I had a tooth extracted, Cande.
Yeah.
Okay, then a month later, I came back. They made a mold of my mouth, or that side of the mouth, so they could get the implant going, and I'll tell you why they use that later. Then my implant was scheduled for August.
Yeah, they rescheduled. It took quite a while until yesterday when they finally decided to proceed.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I was like, so I'm not the best flyer. Let me give you an analogy, which I told the dentist, by the way.
No.
My dentist's name is Stephen Curtis, Cande.
Oh, right.
And he is, I have to give him a shout out because he's really dynamic. The guy's amazing. He's got a great sense of humor. So I gave him this analogy. I said, I don't like to fly, Doc. I don't like to fly, but I love Vegas. I love Vegas. And I know that if I want to get to Vegas, I gotta fly.
What's your point here?
I said that is my point with the implant. I said I thought about not getting the implant. I thought about calling this thing off. I am nervous to get the implant, but I said, if I want my teeth to be right, if I don't want issues, 20 years down the line, I know I got to get this implant. He thought it was a pretty good analogy, Cande.
Uh-huh.
He enjoyed that one.
You're killing me.
I went on to tell him that my mom thinks I'm a baby because my mom's had 7 implants and she called me a baby. So
you are a baby.
Thank you. I get in there. I get called in. First thing I see is what looks like a bag, like an IV bag. And I know, now listen, I've been to enough ERs and had enough procedures. I know I'm not getting an IV, okay? So I jokingly say to the nurse, what's that bag for? Am I getting an IV? She says, no, actually, it's a cold bag that drips to the drill to keep the drill cool. Because if the plugged-in drill gets too hot, you don't want that in your mouth, is what she said.
Wow.
So I said, okay.
Of all the people to tell something like that to, she chose you.
Now, do you know, I couldn't imagine, going back to whenever implants started, could you imagine the first dentist to realize that the drill was too hot going into a patient's mouth?
Oh, my goodness.
That would be something. So anyway,
nightmare.
He takes, now this is amazingly how the procedure goes. He takes the mold they made of my mouth months and months ago, and it's used as a template, and he lays it over my teeth, and he's able to find literally within the exact millimeter where the drill should go. Because if you don't want to be a little to the left, a little to the right, so this template puts you right in the center where the drill's supposed to go. First I get shot up with Novocaine, which, by the way, let me say, was the worst part of the whole thing. It really was.
That can be very painful. Absolutely.
And I get Novocaine all the time for things, but that was the worst part of the procedure. I actually had no issue with the procedure. He puts the template over. He drills the hole. The drilling took, give or take, 4 to 5 minutes. He figured it all out. Then they take the screw out, and you were right, Cande. This is a screw.
It is. It's a screw. I told you. You didn't believe me.
It is a screw. They take the screw, and so I figure he's about to use some dental tool to drill the screw down into the hole or whatever.
How do you get a screw where you want to put it? You drill it in. What are you talking about?
He sticks the screw in the hole, and then he takes like a little, like if you're working on a car, like a wrench almost, and he sticks it on top of the screw. It hooks onto the top of the screw, and he hand cranks the screw down into my jaw, Cande.
Wonderful.
Yes. So now and I felt no pain. Everything was great. They take an x-ray to make sure it looks good and it's flush and everything. They take an x-ray, which I sent you. You saw the x-ray.
I did, which we need to discuss. I think you need to point out another problem with your other tooth next to it.
You think I have an issue with the tooth next to it?
Next to it, the one to the left, it had really crooked roots, like an old gnarly tree. One was going one way, one was going another way. I never saw roots like that. What happened there?
Cande Roth DDS, yes.
Really?
Aren't those the initials for like a dental person?
Yes,
right?
but it doesn't matter. Anybody with eyes could see what's wrong with that tooth.
Maybe I'll post my x-ray. We'll see.
I mean, don't you think you should have said, Doc, why is the
No.
tooth next to it? Why does it look like an old gnarly tree?
He wasn't, one tooth at a time. He's not.
Oh, he doesn't do more than one tooth discussion at a time?
I don't think he was that worried about the tooth. Maybe I'll have to post the x-ray and see what Long Island thinks. I don't know, Candy.
I'm telling you.
So anyway, I have a titanium tooth, and what's cool is the top of it is like metallic blue. So I open my mouth, and I have the metallic blue screw in my jawbone. It's pretty cool. I put an ice pack when the Novocaine wore off. I put an ice pack on my jaw for 2 minutes. I woke up this morning, Candy. I feel fantastic, like nothing ever happened yesterday. Absolutely amazing.
Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad it was not painful. I don't want to see you in pain. But I think your teeth are going, going before you go. That's for sure.
Well, if it's hereditary and I take after my mother, I certainly am in for a wild ride. There's no doubt. But and they give you an antibiotic. You go get an antibiotic because, just in case of infection, right? I take a 5-day antibiotic, and here I am.
All right.
I have an implant, and I'm raring to go. Big screw in my mouth, titanium screw, and I was a baby. It wasn't that big a deal, Candy.
There's such an easy line, like, it's not the first time you've been screwed, but I won't say that.
Mm-hmm. Screw you. Let's check the roads, Candy. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.